Good morning, guys. We're starting out pretty mild this morning, mostly cloudy skies and steady southerly winds at 15 miles per hour. It's 42 degrees right now in Springfield. We're mostly cloudy. We've got some light rain showers tracking to the south and east, and we'll keep those rain chances healthiest to the south and east through today and tonight. Temperatures starting out warmer by about 10 to 15 degrees warmer. It's 42 degrees in Springfield, 41 in Branson, and 40 degrees in Fort Leonard Wood. Springfield is still on winter break, but if your kiddos do have school, we're looking at temperatures in the 50s by dismissal, so mild again with mostly cloudy skies and a couple of light showers possible. Hour by hour on Futurecast, you can see where that heaviest rain tracks, pretty much like through the boot heel, like we miss out on the heavy rain, but could tap into some of the lighter showers on the backside. Temperatures in the middle 50s. Overnight, more of us could get in on some of these showers, but it still really focuses along and south and east of the interstate. We start at 40 degrees tomorrow with a couple of showers, and then temperatures likely either hold steady or go backwards through the day. Then as the whole system exits, we could maybe get a snowflake or two. So again, we're expecting these showers mainly late today and into tonight to the south and east. Temperatures probably hold steady or go backwards on Friday. If we get a few snowflakes on Friday, I do not expect any impacts or accumulation. It would be really, really light. So here's the next 3 days. Again, the showers early on Friday with tumbling temperatures. The colder air settles in on Saturday, 43 degrees with sunshine, and then we'll have temperatures warm up on Sunday back into the 50s. Another cold front will take those temperatures back down and up again by early next week. Joe, Lauren.
Here's what's making news now. A local representative has filed a bill to let power companies bill the customers first, even though Missouri hasn't had a new nuclear plant in over 30 years. Francis Lynn joins us this morning to tell us more about that bill. Francis?
Well, Joe, Representative John Black from Marshfield says the goal is to adapt to the future by having more carbon-free energy sources. The bill would allow companies to add the cost of the new nuclear plant while they're still under construction to customers' bills. The reason, according to Representative Black, is because there will most likely never be any new coal plants anymore. This comes after Missourians banned this practice back in 1976, a time where Representative Black says people weren't very familiar with climate change yet.
And the law at that time said that in the construction of a nuclear energy plant, that the construction costs could not be passed on to the customers until the plant was fully operational. A traditional nuclear plant takes years and years and years, 10 years, maybe more to construct. So all that interest accrues during the period of construction.
The interest could potentially even double the cost of a plant because the interest can't be paid down as the plant's being constructed.
All right, Francis, thank you. Putting crime into focus now. A Branson man is scheduled to appear in court today for a bond hearing. Gary Murphy is held without bond for 3 felonies, including first-degree kidnapping. A probable cause statement alleges Murphy and 2 others held a man in a hotel room against his will and assaulted him. The incident happened allegedly last April at the Stratford House Inn. Police say the victim found a knife, cut one of his captors, and ran away. The victim flagged down a driver who called police.
In some political coverage, Missouri Governor Mike Parson says the state will consent to take in more refugees. This comes in response to an executive order issued in September by President Trump. It requires governors to publicly agree or decline to accept lawfully admitted refugees from other countries. Parson says Missouri has a long history of refugee resettlement, and many of them have become vital members of our communities. With the new year comes the establishment of a new minimum wage, and according to state law, all private businesses must pay staff a minimum of $9.45 per hour, with the exception of retail and service businesses with gross sales less than $500,000. Nolan Fogel owns several restaurants in Branson and tells us most of his employees make above minimum wage, but this increase will have a major impact on waitstaff and businesses.
The only way to be able to continue to be successful in business and continue to pay the bills and pay your employees is to pass that on. So we will have to increase our menu prices, and we'll have to make some other adjustments that normally we wouldn't have to.
It could affect the amount of employees now we can have, basically, because the more we have, the more we're going to have to pay.
Under the new law, compensation for tipped employees must also total at least $9.45 per hour.
It's that time of the show where we want to tell you what's trending on Google this morning. Overnight, a few earthquakes have been reported in California.
Yeah, Lisa, you were initially briefing us about that earlier today.
Yeah, and at first I thought it was just one, but then I was seeing some reports from the Weather Service in San Diego and then one from San Jose. So there was two, one in like Central California and then one to the south. No tsunami threat with this, especially for the ones to the south. That kind of happened right offshore. And I haven't seen many reports of damage either, but lots of people asking, did you feel the shake? And apparently all of California is shaking this morning.
Wow.
About
All right.
4.0 magnitude?
For each of them, yes.
Okay. And then also in Australia, some important news here is that at least 3 more people have died from the wildfires that are going on there. So far, they've claimed at least 17 lives, destroyed thousands of homes, too.
I saw there's also a warning in effect for any tourists to get out of there by Saturday, where the predicted forecasted temperature is expected to get to 104, 105 degrees, and they're expecting more wildfires.
Several weeks that we've been tracking that, so hopefully they die down at some point soon. It is a Thursday for us, and we're running out of time, so someone's got to go to the movies.
Let's see.
Who's out of the popcorn bucket this morning, Lauren?
We have Christy Fixon. Congratulations. She says, my family loves all kinds of movies. Doesn't discriminate.
Of course.
But her favorite is Grease. Classic.
Oh, yeah, that is a classic. Fantastic. All right, one last check of our forecast as well. Lisa's getting us set this morning.
Still pretty mild out there today with those temperatures in the 50s. Couple of showers, though, possible mainly south and east of the interstate. We keep that shower chance tonight and early tomorrow. Temperatures either hold steady or fall on Friday, and then we'll have some chilly sunshine on Saturday.
All right, everyone.
Thanks for starting off the first daybreak of the new year with us.
Woo, 2020. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. We'll see you back here soon.